Shabidi bidi shabidi bidi shabidi bidi sha. It is because we are celebrating the birthday of our first president, the late Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. So we have to be very, very happy. That's why I'm singing shabidi bidi shabidi. Oh my word! But how are we doing this celebration? We just came from the weekend, and I'm asking my people. This is just a passing through topic, as a matter of fact, before we even zoom into the real topics of the day. The way we are recognizing the day, are we doing much or not? Oh, quick one, just some 2 minutes to don't spend so much time.
Well, I think since it is Monday and it is a holiday, it's definitely a solemn one. People who...
So just the holiday?
It is just the observation of it. But I think this year, actually, I saw a little improvement in terms of how we recognize such a day. I think yesterday there was a concert.
Yes,
there was a musical concert. I think in Kofu, yes, yeah. Where Stoneboy, Kenata Dems, and Episode, yes, all of them were there to perform, and it was good. So I believe, yeah, that side of the country has been able to do something, to create something around it, to recognize it very beautifully. Okay. It is left with other side of the country to also see that, okay, this is actually something in a collective that we must all embrace and make sure we make good use of it. So I think, yes, unlike previous years, this year has actually been very, very useful. Yes, it is Monday and the event happened over the weekend. Of course, today people will go to work tomorrow, so it is just like a resting day for everybody.
Well, before I even come back to Roland again, I'll go to Chemo and add that if we are recognizing Kwame Nkrumah's birthday with just a musical concert, and that was what was known. Yes, I'm into showbiz. I'll be happy because some people have made money. But then again, this is Kwame Nkrumah. Kwame Nkrumah's legacies, as much as he contributed to showbiz and all that, I think we need to go the extra mile. Maybe add something extra to the entertainment value that happened. Yes, I was aware of this show. I received some calls on it, and I knew something like that was in the preparation for the day. But then Kwame Nkrumah, just a musical concert, the whole Ghana, our first president. I don't know if Chamo has something to
for me, I think this was, I'm not sure, but I don't think it was the government of Ghana who did this organization.
No.
Yes.
And, okay, I'm sure this is where
that's where the issue is. So this is more like a political kind of issue now. Now it's no more about facts or the history that we have. It's about what you feel about Kwame Nkrumah.
Yeah.
If you think that he did something good, then you will be eager to be part of this celebration. If you think that he didn't do anything good for Ghana, then you will sit back. And obviously the people in charge now, the government, they don't feel the way some people feel about Kwame Nkrumah. They think that he didn't do anything so because of that, I think it has some...
What do you think about that position of the government?
Oh, that is not... I don't want to use harsh words, but it's not. It's not. For me, I think it's wrong. Yeah. Well, I can use that word.
Yes.
It doesn't make sense for them to think that, because my argument is that for any when you point out anybody to be a hero of anything, there are some people who help that hero.
Yeah.
But you don't add that people to it and say that they are all heroes. No. Any heroes that you mention, there are people who help that hero.
Yes.
So for you to say that they were 6, like the way Akufo-Addo and his people want us to believe, those 6 people, there were people who were helping those 6 people. Why don't you also add them? But you want them to be 6. Why do you want to stop at 6? Is it because somebody that you know or your relatives are part of that 6? But when you say only one, or when you mention Kwame Nkrumah, you don't have any connection with him, so you don't regard him as the hero in this sense. I mean, so for me, if you argue that you cannot say that it's only one person who did it. Yes, but after that you mention 6. I will also say you cannot say that only 6 people did it.
Yeah.
Because there was somebody, I think I watched an interview that the person was saying that his mom, I think Kwesi Pratt, says his mom was the one cooking for the big sis. Why don't you add that mom to, yes.
If you are not eating.
Yes. The energy to do work or whatever.
Yeah.
So it will get to a realm of ridiculousness, or it will get to a point that it will not make sense anymore to even call anybody a hero if you go that direction. So for me, I think I disagree with some of Nkrumah's policies, but he was the one in front of whatever happened. Why do you want to take it from him? You can disagree and say things that you think that he did wrong, but it won't change the fact that at the point he made sure that we got to where we are now.
Today, yeah.
He was the one that everybody was mentioning. He was the one dealing with the whites directly after electing him as the president of Ghana. So this argument, I don't know why they still want to bring in that big sis and other stuff. I mean, there's no need for that. The founder in this case is Nkrumah. For me, case closed. The negative things or the things that are done, I think that Nkrumah could have done better or did wrong. We can talk about it, but it has nothing to do with being a founder or not being a founder. So for me, I think they are wrong doing that. But hey, that's the kind of political environment that we have. So I don't think it will go anywhere soon.
Okay. Well, may the legacies of Dr. Kwame Nkrumah live on forever. Elsewhere in other countries, I know he's even being celebrated more. And if in Ghana we are going to play politics with what his legacies were or what his legacies are, then it means a lot to us. Well, life goes on. Like Chebo said, we are 3 on the screen, but then the work itself is also being done by some other people. I'm sure elsewhere, when they are to mention heroes on this channel, they will not mention Theophilus Dikos, and they will not mention Bujulens as well. They say the 3 heroes.
Even among the 3 there is still one that is frontline.
Exactly. Exactly. Yes, let's see how we are able to do this. And guys, thanks for joining us, Holiday Edition, here on Sammy Flex TV Showbiz Daily. But let me go back to Chemo, and let's have this conversation on our sisters who were on a panel on an Manhyia TV show. And out of conversations, a lady made a statement considered to be derogatory against the Ashanti Kingdom or against Ashantis. Because of that, today there are videos online. These ladies have been summoned to Manhyia to go and apologize. And as you are watching, I'm sure my editor will be showing you some of the videos on the screen. You can see them kneeling in front of elders and traditional authorities of the Ashanti Kingdom in Manhyia Palace. And in all, they are begging. We are sorry. Nananum, mumfanche. Nananum, mumfanche. How do we see some of these things? And if I'm asking how do we see some of this, I'm asking in reference to other tribes or other ethnic groups who are following some of these things and how the future looks like. So a general observation on these things, the good, the bad, the ugly. And on the screen you can see Roland Amate from Shagzi, from Shatta Movement Empire, Roland Report on YouTube, rolandreport.com, and in Team Dodo Solomon. My name is Sammy Flex. Subscribe to us, join the conversation, be part with your comments. So this one is in your courtyard.
Yeah, sure. It's an interesting one. Well, what I would say is that one thing I love about Ashanti tradition, especially the way they go about cases or when they are dealing with any issue, it will go through a lot of layers before it gets to the ultimate, like before Otumfuo will even come in. So where they were not well close to Otumfuo. This is one of the chiefs or the cabinet members, as you may call them, who is now going to assess the whole situation, how you want to approach it. If they accept it, then they will tell you how to approach Otumfuo.
Okay.
If they don't accept it, then it will not even get to Otumfuo. And so that's the stage that they are in now.
Okay.
They are in a stage that they are going to, because when they approach Otumfuo, and those at that time also feel that they didn't come well, it will also affect the chiefs that they are now talking to.
Okay. Okay.
They will tell them they have a common saying, say, when you have money, and you will be punished for not getting it right.
Okay.
If you go there. So for them, they will do an assessment and get to a point that they feel that, okay, this is okay now. Then they will lead to go and talk to Otumfuo in that sense. So they are not at the Otumfuo's place yet.
Okay.
This is the stage that they are assessing and telling, okay, you did this wrong, you should have done it this way, that way. This is how the punishment will be and all that. Yes, they will tell you all that you need to know. So if those of you watching the video, you can see that they are harsh here, they talk in a certain way, but in front of Otumfuo they can't talk like that.
Like that, okay.
Yes. Okay. This is where they have the comfort to say whatever that they have to say. Because on that day or in yes, in the it's like this will be the lower court going to maybe the then you go to the high court, and then before you go to Supreme Court. This is the way that they do it, and they have been doing it even at the time that the white people were not here. That's the tradition. In fact, when they even get there, there are other chiefs who will talk. I think there are about 6 or 7 groups. They will all share their opinion before Otumfuo will talk. Whether they will even accept the apology or not, they will all speak. After that, the Otumfuo can say, okay, based on what my people are saying, I think let's accept it. Or even the way my people are saying, they are saying that I should reject whatever apology that you are bringing, and the reason is this, and I agree with them. Okay. Then Otumfuo will say the final thing. So this is the first stage of getting there, and so they are not even there yet. What the lady said, well, you see, in a modern society that we are in now, we can ignore some of these things. We will make it look like we didn't even hear her talk. But you see, in any society or in any group, there are some people who takes advantage of what is happening. They will take advantage no matter what. So when you say something that a lot of people will agree that no, this is wrong, you shouldn't have said it, then you are giving them a job. Okay. Now they have to jump in, do other things. I've heard that some people have even formed groups to protest and do other things. You see, so it's not really about how maybe Otumfuo will take it. For all you know, Otumfuo had not even heard it. And in fact, when you are talking critically about how he accepts things or says things, whoever will go and inform him that someone is insulting you or someone is doing something bad against you, it's like you are the one insulting him. And you know, basa no. And you know, and at this point in Okra, it be quite on tea. And some people will chop around it until it gets to him. I see. That's what is happening now. So, I think what we can take from what is happening is that let us not even give those people who are waiting for opportunity like this to do whatever. Yes, we should be careful about the way we go about certain things. That's all. But for people getting it wrong there, from time to time, yes, we will get 1 or 2 people. And if it is more, then we are creating job for those who are just waiting for something like this to say, to do whatever they want to do. Based on what I've watched, it wasn't good for her to. In fact, the connection is some way. The issue and how she connected to get to that point. So I mean, for me, I think we should just be careful about talking. We should be careful talking about some of these things so that we don't give some people work to do. Because for me, I think Otunfo may not even hear this. In fact, but some people will work for him. Because that's how the system works. So for me, we should just be careful when we are talking. That's what I would say.
Well, thank you so much, and Team Dodo Solomon Chemo. And I'm sure I'll be going back to Roland Amate and ask his opinion as well. Because when we also come to his hood, where the guns operate, there was a time that some people were also called to come and cows and 25 goats. A certain 3 hard witches. 15 goats every. Oh my God! Let's combine the pieces. The authority that our traditional bodies are trying to exert on society, especially in the era of social media and all that. With this case study and maybe the other ones that you know of. Of course, I was even going to start from that side, like generalize it in that sense, because under normal circumstance, this particular issue in modern day, aside the traditional bit of it, we would have just treated it like one of those loose talks that we probably hear them on a daily. Yes, people make them, some people write them on social media, some people have even said worse things than what the lady said. Some people have said worse things, but then, of course, like Chemo said, at some point, it depends on who is talking and who they would want to go at, and at what point, and at what circumstance. There are certain situations whereby you may make a statement, or you might make a statement and you go scot-free. Another person may also make the same statement and the person will not go scot-free. And you ask yourself, but these are similar statements, and what is changing here? Of course, it is who you are, where you are coming from, and how they would want to deal with you. It is just like that when it comes to how people in authority would want to exert their power on people. And sometimes it may go your way, sometimes it may not also be fair to you. In the sense that if you are able to analyze the thing critically, and but then in order for them to also stamp the authority of, okay, you can't just go about and say anything anyhow, of which we all agree, they would want to come in and make some people scapegoats so others may learn from it. And I believe that is what is happening to these people. On a general, I don't have any problem with the lady and the whole media house actually realizing what they did wrong and going to apologize. I also don't have anything wrong with the leaders also going at them in that manner. Because if whatever you said pained them, caused them any form of injury, you can't determine how they should also approach you. So that is why they would also at this moment now also know they will go hard at you. They will not spare you. No. They will not spare you because you made them angry and you don't expect them to act how you want them to react. They will act according to their anger or the level of pain that you've caused them, and that is what they are seeing. And in other traditional cases, like the ones that you mentioned, like the Ghans and other places, it is also in the same light. They will not come and caress the situation. They will not come and pamper you. They will come hard. And that is the good side of traditional authorities that we have. At least, aside the normal constitutional laws that we have, we know if that one fails, or if at a point that one is not working at certain moment, we have the traditional authorities to fall on to still keep law and order in the society. And this is one of them. That is the good side of it. On the other side, I also feel sometimes, yes, a win, but at certain points that we also need them to exert some of these authorities, we don't see them. Missing in action.
Missing in action. And here, it is not only about when somebody has done wrong and we want to reprimand the person, or we want to call the person to book. There are so many things that go wrong, even at a point. Otunfo sometimes even gets angry, distool some of them, fire some of them, even in terms of these recent galamsey that people are even demonstrating about.
And it is not only about Galamsey. Sometimes we have chiefs, we have elders, we have traditional rulers in our space. Yes, we know in terms of decision making, you guys may not have that authorities like the members of parliament to enforce certain things to be done in your constituencies. But hey, if you have the power to punish people, banish people in 2024, I believe you should be able to also exert that authority on some of these MPs who come to you to help them canvass for votes. Else, that authority, that respect that sometimes they would want us to give them, some people may be thinking twice about it.
Yeah.
Because if it is only about me doing wrong and you have the authority to punish me, then how about if we are all living in the same society and I give you that respect and that authority to go and push for me, to go and speak for me? If my MP is not speaking for me, the next man of authority that I can fall on to is my traditional ruler. And where do they come in when we have some of these conversations? Where do they come in? The last time Otunfo was going to Cape Coast to help to go and honor their festival and all of that. We all saw the videos and pictures of River Pra when he was crossing the River Pra. And we ask ourselves, some people are even making mockery of it, that this is the same River Pra that they are pouring libation on it. So what is happening to the gods that they are pouring libation? River Pra is not 18. And here they will call on these traditional rulers because at this point we see them as that authority. So at a point when we also need them, we also ask, where is that authority? Where is it? How maybe they are doing much behind the scenes and we are not seeing. But it is about time they come to the forefront and let us know what they are also doing. Else it will be like, okay, say yeah, younger politicians in the room. But if we also want to exert the same power that we mostly go at the politicians on you because we also feel you are traditional rulers or you people are people in authority, then that one is etikokum. You understand? Okay. So yes, that is on the other side. But on the good side, if they have the authority to still keep law and order when the constitution is failing, why not? Me, I will applaud them anytime, any day.
Well, this is Showbiz Daily, and here we speak the facts, the language that you want to hear. And in another news, another trouble is also brewing in the face of our showbiz industry. And this is a conflict between gospel musician Ohemaa Mercy and entertainment analyst, event organizer, everything some in the showbiz space, Coca. Kwaku, Owusu, Crunching, Asidu, or something like that. Now, today I took my time to understand the story very well, and out of that, I found out this. Information has it that Coca worked with Ohemaa Mercy some time ago on a project, and according to Coca, he has not been paid. And I'm sure because he's not been paid for his services rendered to Ohemaa Mercy, I hear sometimes he put some statements online that makes it look like I'll come after you, or if I get you, blah, 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 boom, boom, boom. So a lady, a journalist at Multimedia, her name is Becky. I hear Becky also has some working affiliation or working relationship with Ohemaa Mercy. Called or puts a call through to Coca and tells Coca, you've told us Ohemaa Mercy owes you, right? Okay, no problem. Let's meet at Afrikiko. Ohemaa Mercy is here and they are ready to pay your money. So Coca comes, sits down with Ohemaa Mercy, conversations. Ohemaa Mercy gets up in the name of going to pick the money from her car. She comes and there is police. Police picks Coca out, and as we speak, I'm sure they picked him on Friday. Hey, as we speak, I hear Coca is still in police cells. Now, when you go out there, on social media, on timelines of people who know Coca, the conversation is free Coca, free Coca, free Coca, free Coca. Will Coca ever be freed? And the act of Ohemaa Mercy, many have condemned it. Many have also condemned Coca's continuous post on social media. Brother Sammy, a gospel artist, has condemned Ohemaa Mercy vehemently. And again, there is another showbiz person who goes by the name, I've forgotten the name, I'll get it later. He is also talking about the fact that showbiz people should be scared of themselves, and that people are not people when it comes to this space. if you are not careful, someone will treat you very, very bad in this space. He's also cautioned others. Well, there are videos to this effect, and I'm sure my editor will show them to you. And after, we'll come back to continue with this conversation. But then, because we are aware of this conversation, after watching the video, Roland Amate will take over the conversation. And let me listen to what he also has to say. Ro.
I think the name is Nana Frimpong Ziga.
Nana Frimpong Ziga.
Yeah,
thank you, Nana Frimpong Ziga. He is also a pundit, showbiz person, and let's analyze what is happening. You know, Ohemaa's arrest. This one I spoke with Vint crew. This I mean, your face will be hard, but I see I do gospel for the day. That's a good idea. You see, I do gospel for you. Let go for Pundit. You're not gospel for the. I'm fine. Well, how do you also analyze what's happening?
I think the man gave a very beautiful advice, one that everybody, Nana Frimpong gave a very beautiful advice that everybody should listen to, whether you belong to the gospel fraternity or whichever fraternity that you want to box yourself into. The moment you find yourself in Ghana's entertainment industry, this is one advice that you should not do without. In fact, people are not people like that. People are not people like that. And it cuts across in your camp, outside your camp, whichever space that you find.
Your close allies.
Yes, and it is true. It is true. For me, I can't fault Ohemaa Mercy that much. Neither would I also condemn Coca that much, because if you should bring these two people here for them to tell their story, everybody will say one that will favor them. So at the end of the day, it is your truth, my truth, and what the real truth in between. And that one, it is left with any discerning person who will listen, who will get the opportunity to listen to both sides and analyze the situation. I believe Ohemaa Mercy, yes, some people may call her actions harsh. And they will not base it on the fact that, okay, she's trying to defend her theft. But they will base it on the fact that she's a gospel artist. So whether a gospel artist or now a secular artist, and no fan common home. The person is acting to defend whatever they think somebody is trying to destroy. That's it. Same way Coca, when Coca was doing his, nobody called him a secular person or a gospel person. So if Ohemaa Mercy is also reacting, no, they should not come with and a gospel musician. I will say no, that should not be the first. So be a first statement. Then it means Ohemaa Mercy is right. Then it means the person has confirmed Ohemaa Mercy is right. Because what you have to say or a gospel artist in that's what you are saying. But when you come and you want to analyze the case from the onset, make sure you take that gospel tag out. Yes, you are not the one who come and tell us Ohemaa Mercy is a gospel artist. We know. But whether she's a gospel artist or not, this is a human being. This is a brand. And feel somebody is trying to destroy whatever she has built or she's building. That's fair. And nobody, whether the person is right or wrong, everybody has the right to defend their theft. You are not the one to determine. And for Coca, yes, he also feels that, okay, maybe on an DOB. Because when he was actually doing those posts on social media, we all saw it. Yes, at a point he was not mentioning names, but he was just saying things that people who actually were closer to the situation knew who he was referring to. Made so many insinuations and allegations and all of that. He said so many things. And to him, he is also right in his own mind or in his own space, because he also felt able to be a citizen. And I know nobody determines whether he's citizen or not. He's only a feeling, sir. But when he presents his case, that is when he will be able to ascertain and say, okay, Coca, you have a case, or Ohemaa Mercy, no, our case, no. So me until now, since the matter is in the hands of the police, I will just want to lay back and wait for whatever the situation is, because as of now, none of them have a proper conversation on the issue. Out and explain what actually happened. But if being not to Ohemaa Mercy, there was a different arrangement or agreement. You understand? But if the other cookers who expect a different form of akitia. You understand? So me, I wouldn't want to jump ahead of the whole conversation and see whether this person is right or wrong, because to me, none of them have come out to explain the matter according to even what happened into details. So me, I would just be slow in maybe pointing out who is wrong and who is right. Ohemaa Mercy is defending whatever she feels somebody is destroying. Coca also tried to make himself look good or try to tell his side of the story, and that is what has landed him here. The long and short is that we should take Nana Frimpong's advice. We should take Nana Frimpong's advice and know that people are mostly not what they seem to appear. They are not like that. You may be dealing with people in the industry, yes, at a point. That is why some musicians will even tell you, me, I don't have friends, I have colleagues. I don't have friends because maybe their definition of friendship is not what you think. Until you say, oh, a friend, oh, a friend. That is, I choose my friends. You can also choose your friends. But when it comes to working relationship, because we are in the space, yes, we can work. Even if we are fighting today, even when business comes, we can still drop our feelings and work. We are supposed to do that. So unfortunately, some people are not able to go beyond that. That is fine. Feelings. But some of us, well, to blow and to blow. My face come to us actually. That is some of us, and it's fine. But then, for me, I think people should take Nana's advice and be very careful how they deal with people in the industry. I don't know, because I'll back crowns and I won't say any petri mason. Then ya crown, Uncle T, fancy God, name Casio money, DJ tell name one stories. You see, say, every back crowd, but you do a massage near the Biasha Capitasi. So, me, yes, his advice is apt, but for Ohemaa Mercy and Coca, people should be slow, unless you know the real story. Else, people should be slow in pointing out who is wrong and who is right. And if you want to call Ohemaa Mercy wrong, don't come with the gospel musician tag. And if you can come on.
Well, Coca is still in police cells, and I don't know how he is feeling about this situation and what has happened for the last few days. Obviously, to be one of regrets or maybe one of revenge. The Coca Ohemaa Mercy.
So I predicted right when the whole issue started. We didn't know much detail, but I felt that, well, maybe there's a money somewhere that Coca feel that the lady has to pay and she's not paying. That's why this is happening. Well, for those who are, he
has been working with her on the
yes. So for those who are bringing in, she's a gospel musician. I understand them. I get the angle that they are coming from. It's because when you use the law or when you use the system, the loophole of the system against other person or in the name of defending yourself, it's wrong. And the way things are going, I think some people are just using the loopholes in the system against the other person. Because for me, if someone threatens you or when you go and report that somebody is threatening you, you don't invite those people to your place to arrest them. You send police to go and arrest the person. So for me, if the story is that Ohemaa Mercy and her team called Coca to meet and then arrest her, I mean, obviously she's just using the system against Coca.
Yes. And that's is fact.
And so if you are a gospel musician and you know the loophole in the system and you are using against the other person, why won't they call you out that as a woman of God you can't be doing that? Because if someone is threatening you, you send police to wherever the person is for them to arrest the person.
And the police is capable
of doing that. But if you pretend that you don't have issue with the person, you call the person and the person comes in good faith. For him, he is coming for his money. And then you arrest the person. You are not being, I mean, what you say you are. So just based on that, I think we should be careful the way we call ourselves men of God and women of God. I mean, just for that reason. Because people can, for sure, people will use the loopholes in the system. I mean, for you to call somebody for a meeting and arrest the person came in good faith.
Yes.
If the person is aware that you want to arrest him, he won't come.
Yeah.
He will say, let's meet at court or something. They won't voluntarily come. So if you link us all that down and I say, or a woman of God, who invited me, said, I'm in Chow no Abba, and will be able to say, you were due. But in this case, it wasn't like that. The meeting and what happened is two different things. And to us, what that will be watching. And for those who are going that direction, I understand them. That's why they say a woman of God doing this is not right. But yes, you cannot also sit down for anybody to defame you. Or do things that you think your profession it will affect you. And obviously, if only Obiya Jumana anybody who to kana or namna or say udia, obviously it may affect you Ejuma. Because a billion backer like the way they are saying, woman of God, panel, who's will be and all that. So you have every right to defend yourself, but do it in the right way. Like the way me Coca from the one I've been saying that no, if somebody owes you or you think somebody is cheating you, use the system. It is slow, but why didn't you also report?
Yeah.
Say somebody is owing me and and I want to take the person through court. And for me, I think that would have even helped him more than this one. Senka all the court and journalists also and human message so or the big canoe. I think the team will prefer settling than going to court.
Yeah.
But you just find yourself on social media and just saying things just to defame somebody. No, the person will not just allow you to do that. I don't endorse the approach that they use to capture him or arrest him.
Yeah.
If I have to put it that way, arrest him, no, I say you find the capture because that's all my dad down and what capture and I doubt even if this case will go to court. I mean, our system there, you know, they are working. Oh, the boy say wait, you be court or after the own tissue beam. But me, I advise Coca so back out on your former case against her, if indeed or not so okay to say or the car. Now, any double case like or no need to her now, so no need to her. Because case now we were the call any defamation or so what threatening. And you can't just threaten anybody like that. So after the threatening case, if you have a case of her owing, take her on. Don't just leave it like that. But me say ya china question mama and ho afan kakra no. One has a maybe basa. Our system is so bad. I mean, it's not fair, but that's what we have. And I think Ohemaa Mercy and her team, they are just taking advantage of the system. And legally they are not wrong. Just that calling somebody to come for a meeting in good faith and ending up arresting the person there is some way for me. Yeah.
Well, in wrapping up, I would want us to do this with the Ghana Report musical concert, a 3-day event. I hear there is the seminar, there is the educational aspect, and there is the entertainment aspect. And for the past 3 days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I think here today there's another one.
Yeah, so I did.
I hear today there's another one. In fact, I wish to go and check the difference between us and them. The difference between me and them, because I saw videos of other performances previously, and until Shatta, Wale, and Medical, Keche, and I think Chris Wade, but I hear Chris Wade could not perform yesterday. As to what happened, I'm not too sure about it. Until that happened, some way, and I want to get some few commentaries on that. I don't know if Chemo has been following. We were there yesterday at the Independence Square.
Not really. I have some questions, so I don't know if
who
is behind it.
That's a big
The Youth Employment Agency.
The Youth Employment Agency.
Yes.
YEA.
Yes.
Okay.
So this is a government.
So that's an organization, not an individual.
It's government organization.
So this is a government sanctioned program.
Yes.
Exactly.
Akufo-Addo and his cabinet members pay to have this kind of program.
Okay, I remember you had an issue with an advertisement that
made. Yes.
It was the same.
Yes. It was so suspicious for me, but now it is making sense. It is.
Now it is making sense.
Yeah.
Because it is coming from government.
Yes, of course. So I mean, if government sanction a job fair, promising to give all people who will come their job, I mean, it's easy for the government to do that. Yes. Yes, they can. I think they will register some people there. They will collect some names and tell them to go home. They will call them. Yes. So after the election, they can employ them. So I mean, so it's well, for me the positive side is that some people were called, did their performance, and obviously they will make money for doing such things. But if it's a government sanctioned program, I'm sure some people will also not be happy, and somebody like Asamoah, he will not be happy.
He's been throwing some shades here and there.
Yes, he will not be happy because he has done something similar in this line, and
he was not giving.
Yes, and what we heard wasn't positive at all. But the government agency will now do a job fair. This one cried. It's not like the Asamoah one. For Asamoah, they were taking some people, trying to train them or even give them connection to the foreign teams and all those things. But this one is just come around, register. If you want a job, maybe you will get a job later after the election. The
seminar, not much details are known about the seminar. Maybe they will also teach them how to be entrepreneurs, how to look for like. But what I realized was that the people who went for the seminar, the educational part, are here after they asked them to come and have fun as well.
You see, and we don't know so much about that part, which is the main thing.
Okay, about the
educational, the seminar, and those things. We don't know anything about it. We know that Shatta Wale performed there. Nanama Magban gave an endorsement. Other artists were there to perform.
They were all there. Kipaluta was there.
You see, the performance, the entertainment bit.
Because
it's like that's the main thing. Meanwhile, it's supposed to be something even smaller as compared to what we want to achieve. For a government agency, yes. So I think now I understand the Nanama McBrown's endorsement. Yes, I have no doubt about it. I think she was saying the right thing based on where it is coming from. Government telling you to come if you want police, if you want the but I think it will be after the election. So that's it.
Well, so Chebo has taken the other aspect, and let Roland also take the other aspect of the performance. And I can tell you that many artists have performed, but what we witnessed yesterday was very electrifying. Shatta Wale making the whole Independence Square turn upside down, and the energy that they saw, I'm not sure they would ever see some in the rest of the days. I watched some performances and what we gave them. Have you seen their video?
Yeah, I've seen it. I've seen it. I've seen the Ghana Report official video.
Yeah, the Ghana Report official video. Like, it was crazy.
Yeah, it was a very beautiful show. I mean, from the beginning of the advertisement and all of that, yes, some of us were not even sure of how even the call-ups were even made until certain endorsements and certain conversations started flying in and out before the confirmation of Shatta Wale performing. But then, even Shatta on the day of events, that afternoon was when he even did a video confirming him him appearing on stage.
But he had posted flyers.
Yes, yes, it was a night before. And medical as well. Medical also performed on the night, and it was beautiful. I mean, for putting Shatta Wale on stage, it's not. I said the Broniba on Tadie. Of course, the fans will show up, and he will equally give you. Shatta Wale ni mejuma yene ketwa. Put him on stage, and the energy he will put on any other stage is the same energy he will put on your stage for you, whether you are giving him 1 CD or you are giving him $2 million. If he agrees to be on your stage, it is that same energy. And that was I posted some snippets on my status, and one of the videos that he was jumping and kicking things in the sky. Someone like, hey, that's your way. When it comes to Shatta Wale and his work ethics, it is just do it and do it with all your ability, and that is what the people witnessed yesterday at the Independence Square. The energy was so right, the connection was there, and also coming from a background of the convoy float of Safa. Of course, you can clearly see the connection. The energy connection was there. It was back to back to back, and it was a very beautiful show. I think the Youth Employment Agency. Me, I saw stands of the police service, stands of the prison service, the immigration, and I saw all those stands there. Canopies and all those things were stands. Yes, they were stands with banners and all of them. All the institutions, departments having their banners in front, and they were personnel.
You saw the canopy too.
Yes.
Did you see people in there?
No. When you went there, there were people. I'm sure they did that part maybe in the morning.
When we went for sound check in the afternoon. When we went for sound check in the afternoon, I saw
sound check was evening.
No, but I saw some personnel like under the canopies of like the immigration. My son went to Ohemaa. They were attending. But in the evening, of course, when government is having an event, the entertainment bit is one that we from the entertainment fraternity will always call on the government to add us to it, and we were not left out, because in terms of the entertainment bit, in creating employment, as in the Youth Employment Agency, the entertainment bit also came, because I saw people who were selling, some people earned something over there. Of course, the event was organized by a private entity, the logistics and everything, and it is part. That is why we would also urge the government, anytime, any day, there is also something they would want to do in term for the whole country. They should consider the entertainment, the people in the entertainment fraternity, because we also add up to the employments they want to create, so that when they come and say we created 2 million jobs, people would be able to understand that yes, even on the day when we were doing the seminar, we were able to create about 1,000 jobs where people had jobs to do. Where people you see, they will be able to count, because yesterday I was just looking at the number of people working around the whole event. The people building the barricades, the people manning security, the people coordinating the whole event, from DJs to vendors and all of that. And it was beautiful, and that is the value the people in the entertainment fraternity bring. So on the day, it was a very beautiful show, and we thank the Youth Employment Agency for that particular platform, and Shatta also for giving the people a good show. Yeah,
so I'm sure I'll be coming over to share some details about our float or the convoy in the editorial. I'll be sharing some details about the Ghana Report show as well. But trust me, the Ghana Report show was big, well organized, coordinated. Of course, if you have government hand in it, resources were too plenty for you to mess up. In fact, the coordination of that show, because at that place Independence, if you are doing a show and you don't coordinate it well, but the coordination was really on point. Well, we'll meet in the editorial, where I'll be giving you some exclusive information on most of our activities that happened over the week, the past week. I mean, I'll be coming back very, very soon. My name is Sammy Flex. Remember, I did Showbiz Daily with Roland Amate, with Intimdo Solomon. He's also called Chemo, and he represents our online management Government Office. And again, he is with Ntidosu Digital Solutions. Let me also say thanks to Theophilus Digosh, as well as man like Buju Lens, for being behind the scenes and putting together the pieces. Subscribe to us, drop your commentaries, and let's meet again in our next episode. We are out of here. Bye-bye.